Hey, yo, what's up guys, what it do, and how are you doing? Good evening, konnichiwa, and kabawa, kikidasuka, minasa, and ohio gozaimasu, hachime mashite, and welcome back into another reaction video. It's your boy, Mighty Avenger, the multitasker, the one and only, or Mr. M.A. or Mighty Son, at your service. What's going on, guys? How you doing? And I hope that all of you did have a happy Thursday. And right now, it's just been pretty relaxing and not much is going on. Just survived yet another busy morning, and that it's going to be even much more crazier. And the top of all else is that the weekend is almost getting closer. And I just rather that to get this whole thing to be over with. But I think that I rested long enough. So I don't know about you, but I want to have some a little humor and to get something to take my mind off. And that I think that I wanted to do another reaction when it comes to a well-known the biggest loudmouth when it comes into the world of wrestling, and I'm talking about Mr. Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. And this is where he's quote of the title that is of a clip that I don't own, but this is where that he is making fun of Ric Flair. That was back in April 10th, 2000 in WCW Monday Nitro. So let's take a look at this one and let's go from there. So without further ado, it's time to react.
Oh man, remember what happened in February? This man, the loose cannon, Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. Tony, let's call it like it is. Uh-oh. The last time this happened.
Flair, you old bastard! I'll be for you in the back on a minor, and quite frankly, you're boring me to death. See, last time I came out here and did an interview on you, you obviously listened because you blinked your teeth, but you're still crooked as hell. And after I did that interview, you and your old bastard friends tried to get me fired. But that didn't surprise me none, because if you look up at the WWE now, it's who's been a champion up there, with the exception of one person, they've all come from here. It's just that you and your old bastard friends ran them out so you could be a 14-time world champion. And that don't mean shit to me, because when I see that fat ass right there in the front row with no teeth, he could have been a 14-time world champion if he had all his friends pulling the strings. Now I look at you, and I see a confused look on your face, so I'm going to put it to you in another way. I know there's no way in hell I can ever bring you up to my level, physically or mentally. So I'm gonna lower myself to what you are, and that's low class, white trash from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Damn. Wow, damn. Oh.
So see, if you can guess who I am now.
What the hell?
I'm the limousine riding, just fighting, backstabbing son of a bitch. I got more new skin than a shark face to me.
But hold on a second. Jane Douglas. Where did he come from? He was gone with Benoit and he doesn't even work here anymore. He was gone. He was gone when Russo left.
You'd be a 14-time world champion. Don't mean shit.
Flair's out.
Damn. Okay, the moment that when they're calling out Ric Flair, saying that, you old bastard, this was starting to get escalated real quick on this one. And it was like 3 or 4 times that they called it out, saying that the old bastard, and calling his friends the old bastards. And you could tell that there was so much hatred against Ric Flair. And so the fact that they try to get Scott fired from WCW. So that's something that I don't think I never knew about that. And more of a trash talking and insulting him and to North Carolina, and pulled out of the freaking of a fake redneck tooth. I mean, well, a redneck teeth that you see mostly of Halloween props and such like that, and just giving it of a gibberish talking and saying that Chet really nilly fat slapping son of a b, and just goes out with that. And this was all that was just nothing but just this distraction, just to lower his guard down. And I think his name is J.K. Douglas that assault him, and he was still talking. He was still talking shit to Ric Flair, and that of the 14th time it means nothing to him. And I mean, this is just such heated moment, and just outly just calling him out. I mean, this is typical of a Big Papa Pump, and that is just expressing to himself. Okay, classic from Scott. Now, I am going to be taking a look of the latest clip that is from Chris Van Vliet, where he had an interview and discussed on that very year that was back in 2000, and that just to hear him out when it comes to the between with him and Ric Flair. So let's take a look at this one, and let's begin.
If you had a microphone, it was one of those things where it's like, you got to watch, because you never knew what you were going to say.
Yeah, and a lot of times when I did that interview on Flair, there's the guys in the back like, cut his music, cut his mic. We can't, because it was like in the beginning it was like a 4-minute interview, and so we can't cut it because other guys got to speak after me. So yeah, there's a lot of beeping and
But you weren't working with Flair at that time. Was that just a promo because you just didn't like him?
Well, it was the bullshit that was going on. I mean, I don't know. It was just, it was something I thought of, and I did.
And you had a live mic.
Yeah. And, no, they tried to fire me for that. J.J. Dillon, that. So.
How did you not get fired?
Because it was bullshit. NWO went out there and attacked anybody they wanted every night. So I was pretty much staying with the standard of what the NWO did. And the stuff they were trying to say, it was so in touch with my character, So, but then I got a lawyer, then they tried to suspend me, which they couldn't suspend me either. So nothing happened. So
Flair probably wasn't happy about it.
What's that?
Flair probably wasn't happy about it.
I didn't care. I was expecting something in the back, but, nothing happened.
Like you were expecting him to be waiting for you when you got back there?
Just confront me or, sucker punch me or something. And I didn't give a shit.
Whoa.
But, I guess he was in the back room crying, So, I mean, it's like I say now, it's regretful, but back when you're young, trying to climb the ladder and being held down, and this is the struggle. Sometimes, you lose your mind sometimes, go crazy or get pissed off, which sometimes all three have happened, to me. So, yeah, there are so many things I did not care about. At some point I didn't care if I got fired,
But some of your best promos were where it'd be when you forget your lines, or you would mess something up when you were talking.
Yeah, but I think that, the fans connected with that because when you're in a real situation, nothing's going to come out exactly, pronunciated right or whatever, So sometimes when I didn't say something right or come out different, people understood that because and it came off cross because I was pissed, and I was pissed.
Yeah.
So, and that translated. I think that people picked up on that.
Now it started to make sense of it, and of the 2000 clip where that he said that they tried to fire him, and now I get to see that, and given of the situation, and that he was to Ric Flair that he was just a big problem, and they were this close just to fire him, and he already brought his lawyer just to make sure that it was not going to happen, and which that it never did happen, and Rick was not happy about it at all. So that's one of the reasons that he went on that date, that being out in the ring, and that's where Scott come out and that called him out, and that's where everything that escalated. And at that time, that the NWO was started to running amok on every roster that at that time, and the fact that Scott didn't give a damn about Rick, and that he just basically that he didn't like him. Wow. Okay, so that's crazy, and even in the backstage, that there's definitely a lot of hatred going on, and the feud that the feud went that is just was crazy. So that's the one part that I never knew about, and still it's just how wild that was, and that it just how the fact that he was the fact that he was that close to being fired, and that I mean that he was basically at that breaking point that he didn't care. He did not care about what's going on with the executives, with the executive producers, or that JJ Dillon. So that's that escalated pretty muchly, and which that he regrets it, and we all know that Scott can miss a few lines through of his promos, and that it gets so absurdity, and I still can hear the echoes of that he yells, "He's fat, he's fat." Or, and of course, that other clip I just did, that was you old bastard. But still, though, that's interesting to know about that. So that's still that's crazy as all hell. Well, I think that's all I wanted to show you, and just to let y'all know that the WCW channel is still up and running of the lunch party, and that goes throughout every of the throwbacks of through Monday Nitro to Thunder, and of the pay-per-view events, and especially the year that the existence of the NWO is out. So if you decide, if you are one of the fans that used to watch of WCW around of the late 90s, be sure that just to give a flick to the bell, and that way you will be subscribed, and you can just relive the highlight moments that the WCW that instantly that just rocked that of the earn of that year. So hit the like button if you guys do enjoy that, and that tomorrow, where Chris is going to be having an interview with JD McDonough, and to see the update of his injury that happened, that was like 2 months back on Monday Night Raw. So hit the like button, and also leave a comment down below, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. So take care, guys, and peace.